I'm at a bar, okay? And, you know, I've told you guys a lot of weird stories out here in San Hambonio bars. This one takes the taco, all right? And I don't mean Taco Tuesday, all right? So don't start sending me cease and desist letters, for Christ's sake. But, you know, here I am. You're at a bar. You're drinking. And you have to have at least proximity to a bathroom to relieve your bladder, you know, so you can continue to drink. You continue to keep drinking, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? And I go to the bathroom, right? And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I went a little shopping earlier, like that day. You know, I went shopping, like, you know, in the afternoon prior to the Saturday night troll show that I host on 5:30 p.m. Saturday nights. And I bought myself some new threads. You know what I mean? I even bought myself some new undies. Yeah, I bought myself some new underwears. And, you know, I'm a boxer guy for all you idiots that are, like, wondering. You know, my schlong is pretty long. I can't be, you know, putting it any kind of tighty-whitey. So, you know, it's boxer time over here. And, you know how boxers, you know, they have that little, like, what do you call it? The dick hole, you know, the little dick hole with the, sorry to be vulgar, I'm just being true. It's got the little button, you know, you got the little button that you have to unbutton or whatever, and then you can be able to, you be able to take out the, whatever, all right? Anyway, this is my first time, you know, going to the restroom at the bar, and here I am, you know, I'm kind of used to having the dick hole open. You know what I'm saying? Because, I don't know, I mean, it's easier access, all right? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, it's a big to-do. It's a long thing that I got to just take out and whip out, so it's just easier access, all right? But little did I know, I didn't have the, like, button unbuttoned in the dick hole, okay? I didn't have the button unbuttoned. So as a result, I'm sitting here and I'm messing with this button, you know, trying to, you know, get this button undone, you know, the dick hole button in the boxers. I'm standing at the urinal, and the guy next to me is looking right at my Johnson. He's looking at me, and he's like, you know, giving me a wink eye or something. And I'm like, what the hell? This guy thinks that I'm sitting here fondling myself because I'm trying to get the freaking dick hole open, for Christ's sake. This guy thinks that I'm trying to do some freaking... You know, and let me tell you something. You know, after that, you know, I was like, you know what, it's just it's a bad wagon fall off, to say the least, all right? A bad wagon fall off. Give me the mic. And, you know, here I am, folks. When this guy was, like, looking at me, like, you know, I guess he thought I was, like, fondling my Johnson. I was trying to unhook the dick hole, the button. You know what I'm talking about? You guys that wear boxers, you know what I'm talking about? The freaking, the button, the dick hole. And here this guy thinks I'm, like, you know, fondling myself to get his attention. Man, let me tell you, I don't want to go into public men's bathrooms ever again, man. Ever again. And let me tell you, I'm sorry to bring this up. I'm sorry to even bring this up the first hour. But I'm going to be completely honest with you, man. I mean, men's bathrooms are an epicenter of sick, disgusting activity in today's post-Obama America. All right? I'm not even joking around, man. I mean, it is a freak show in there. And, you know, I never realized that it's getting so freak show now that you've got idiots like that are just trying to hook you up at the urinal now. Remember, you know, the Larry Craig toe-tapping thing? You know what I'm talking about, right? You know, I thought this whole, like, sick, twisted, perverted nonsense that was happening in men's bathrooms was exclusive to the shit stalls. I was not aware that now these freak shows are out here trying to proposition a freaking at the urinals, man. Oh, my God. Anyway, folks, look. I'm going to be honest with you. Ever since that, I've stopped drinking, and it's just, you know, it's been a pain in the ass. I've just had it's not a streak of bad luck like financially. You know, I'm making money is what I do. Just weird, dumb stuff like that is happening to me, and you know, I really don't appreciate it one bit. You know what I mean? I don't deserve this. All right, I don't deserve this kind of crap.
Right, but you know, let me tell you a story, Ghost. Can I tell you a story? You listen to me real quick. It only take like 2 minutes.
We'll try to listen to you, for Christ's sake. You're slurring your words, though, man. You sound like you're speaking another language. But go ahead, tell us a story.
Man, you know, we woke up this morning and you know, Boogie's made a lot of money, so he decided to take me to Denny's, and we were sitting there eating at Denny's. He's like, "You want a blowjob?" And of course, Ghost, I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want a blowjob." And you know, he left the table, came back, was like going to the bathroom, and I stuck my penis to a glory hole. Kind of sucked, Ghost.
What?
I got my dick stuck in a Denny's bathroom, Ghost. I've never seen anything like that before. Pookie got a hookup, Ghost.
Oh, my God. Look, you know what you're listening to, ladies and gentlemen? The Down Low Brother story from Ghetto Capitalist. This is a Down Low Brother first-hand story, for Christ's sake. And I can't believe that you're sharing this with us. You are obviously inebriated for you exposing yourself as a Down Low Brother.
How am I Down Low Brother, Ghost? I got my dick stuck in the bathroom. Down Low Brothers don't get their dick stuck in the bathroom, Ghost.
What are you talking about? Who do you think was at the other end of that bathroom, for Christ's sake? It could have been a 45-year-old man with a mustache. What the hell are you talking about?
Let's tell our man, I've been drinking all day, Ghost. You know, hey, let me share one more piece of information with your listeners before you let me go, Ghost.
I'm afraid to even let you talk anymore because you've already fruited up the broadcast. You have ghetto-fied fruited up the broadcast. But what? What do you have to say?
Somebody pointed out to me on Twitter today that the first of the month is on a Sunday, so I'll get my EBT recharged on Friday, Ghost. It's upcoming Friday. You know, we've already bought, like, I understand what you say about the ham bones and you like ham. I think ham is a sandwich meat. You know, around here we eat ribs. You
know, you say that with such goddamn confidence and nonchalantness. And I even hear Pookie's ghetto ass in the background going, I even hear his ass in the background talking about goddamn EBT.
Hey, look, hey, man, Pookie's playing Madden 2012 on the PS3 right now over the internet, Ghost. And Pookie's good at Madden. Ghost. That's all I got to say. Pookie,
just shut up. Just sit there and shut your stupid, stinking, ghetto-fied hole up, all right?
I'm telling you, you goddamn motherfuckers. I'm telling you, man. I'm getting tired of this shit. I'm serious. I'm so fed up with this shit. It's disgusting, man. I'm so fed up with this shit. And Colonel Transisco just dropped a diamond. Hashtag True Polar Radio. Do you believe in Santa, Ghost? Yeah, fuck you, asshole, all right? I haven't believed in Santa since I was a young kid. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. You want to know a fucking deep-seated young fucking ghost story? I'll tell you why, okay? Once upon a time when I was a little boy, it was like, I don't know, I was like fucking 6 or 7. My mom and dad took me out to some place that had a Santa. Anyway, I went to go see a goddamn Santa, okay? And I waited in line, and once I was on Santa's lap, I told him what I wanted, right? And right after I told him what I wanted for Christmas, I swear to God, Santa went, "Can somebody get this little bastard?" I swear to God. And I never believed in Santa after that shit. I'm not joking around. He said, "Can somebody get this little bastard?" So I haven't believed in Santa ever since then, for fuck's sake. What is it, Froppy?
Okay, so I donated $50. Might as well send 2 videos. Make sure you play both of these.
Jesus Christ.
Ghost doesn't believe in Santa after his drunk uncle touched.
Just shut up, all right? Go fucking shut up, all right? That was fucked up. That was traumatizing to me, all right? Here I am, I'm fucking telling Santa what I want for Christmas, and he goes, "Can somebody get this little bastard?" It's fucked up, man. Never believed in Santa again. What? I didn't do anything, man. My fucking, my fucking parents got me, and they didn't even say anything to the fucking Santa. Like, my son's not a little bastard. Didn't say shit. I don't even like talking about that shit. That shit makes me want to fucking puke. I'm serious. I'm not even joking. Can somebody get this little bastard? What kind of fucking Santa says that shit? God, give me a fucking break. All right, can we look? Enough of me and enough about my fucking Christmas stories and fucking May, for fuck's sake. And hold on, Colonel Transisco dropped the diamond. Did he get a shitload of coal? Did you get a shitload of coal in your stocking? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Here's Gino X 1987. My brother ruined Santa for me. Told me it was my dad eating the cookies I'd leave out. Oh, that sucks, dude, when it's some sibling and shit. Listen, I stopped believing in Santa because what Santa would say, can somebody get this little bastard? And by the way, back in the day, I look, I don't want to talk about my childhood, dude. I'm starting to get emotional here, all right? I can't believe I even was candid about telling you that story. Can somebody get this little bastard? That's what Santa told me. I'm a fucking 6-year-old boy, all right? I told him what I wanted for Christmas, and then he didn't even say anything. Can somebody get this little bastard? All right, where are we at? Piss Goblin here. Let's get to the next dono. Not to make fun of whatever happened to them, but even when they're at the hospital, they're still a baby. I don't know what the fuck the hell that means, Piss Goblin. But let's see what the hell this is. And shut up in the chat room, Ghost's traumatic childhood. Just shut up. All right, seriously, all right? That affected me. It would affect anybody. It would affect anybody. Fucking Santa calling you a little bastard, for Christ's sake. All you're doing is fucking telling him what you want for fucking Christmas and shit.
Oh, that's BS. You know what I mean? That's BS, for Christ's sake. Well, you know what? I take that back. Let me tell you something that happened to me personally here recently. I was standing in line at a grocery store, and, there was some, 40-year-old cougar, that was in front of me, right? And I don't know what she was doing. I'm just waiting in line. She kind of gets startled or something, and she has her back to me, and, I'm facing her. She has her back to me. She kind of, goes backwards and accidentally, her hand brushes up against my crotch region, all right? I'm not joking, all right? So, I decided to make a joke about it. I guess it's because you idiot trolls are now rubbing off on me or something, right? So I literally didn't know how to react. So what I did is, hey, don't touch my gun. That's how I reacted. I swear to God, that's what I said. Hey, don't touch my gun. And literally, after I said that, this woman looks at me like I literally just took a piss on her, man. I mean, she's like, oh my God, what do you mean touch your gun? I don't want to touch your effing gun. And man, she starts making a big scene. And I'm like, oh no, Jesus Christ. I'm looking for people that are putting their camera phones up. I'm like, look, I'm sorry. I was just joking. I'm sorry. I don't want to touch your freaking gun. I don't want to touch your gun. Oh my God, gee, what's going on, man? I was just joking. I was just joking. Jesus Christ. That really happened, folks. I'm not kidding around, man. I'm not kidding around, man. I'm serious. And as a matter of fact, people that were in line with us were even another lady was like, lady, please, come on, all right? I was watching. I mean, he was just joking. It's a joke, all right? He was trying to make an uncomfortable situation a little bit more comfortable, and here you are blowing up. So I literally, people had my back. Luckily, we had some sane people around me. But good God, man, I mean, I was just joking. I mean, she got startled. Her hand literally touched my crotch region. You know what I mean? I mean, she literally, felt the John Holmes sausage a little bit there. And I'm like, hey, don't touch my gun. I mean, what the hell's wrong with that? I don't get. Why would somebody freak out like that? Why would somebody freak out like that? Jesus Christ, man. I'm sorry. I don't get it, man. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, look, I'm just, I don't know what the hell to say after that. And no, I'm not humongous or humongous. I'm not that guy. All right, please. No, I'm not that guy. Shut up. Don't start. Don't even. I'm serious. Do not even. I just heard about that guy like this morning. Somebody tweeted at me, and I was like, "What the hell's going? What is this?" And the reason I clicked it because he looks like one of these poker players. What the hell is his name? Ezra. I forgot his name. Ezra, whatever the hell his name is. One of these big ass poker players out there in Vegas. I actually like playing poker, so none of that online poker crap. I'm talking real poker. I'm talking. I go down to the casinos, boy, and play some damn poker, some cash games too. None of this pussy whip freaking tournament crap. I hate tournaments. You know what I mean? Tournaments are for pussies. You want to know why? Because you don't get the true experience of having to put your money where your mouth is, baby. You understand? So anyway, Jesus Christ. Anyway, look, I didn't mean to talk. I didn't mean to get that personal here. All right, but I just literally had to say that story. I'm glad there was a lady there that said that. She said, "Hey, look, he's just trying to make an uncomfortable situation comfortable, lady." You know? I just said, "Hey, don't touch my gun." I mean, she flipped out, man. You would think that this woman would have, like, given me, an eye wink or something. You know what I mean? Now, the reason it didn't happen, folks, and if you've been following me on Twitter, you probably already know the situation. Yours truly and my wife were approached by, quote, authorities while we were, having some breakfast in the morning at a public restaurant. Now, folks, this isn't really something new to me, to be completely honest with you. This is why I left the show the last time, to be completely honest with you. It had nothing to do with any goddamn trolls, for Christ's sake. But we were approached, and let me tell you, these were cocky sons of bitches. They came up right up to me. Well, my wife and I were sitting there dining on some breakfast, we were at a Mexican restaurant. I'm not going to say the name of it, but we were there, and two sons of bitches started coming up. And let me tell you, son of a bitch just came right up to me and said, "Hey, Ghost, how you doing?" And to be honest with you, I thought it was a troll. I thought it was, oh, man, I don't know. I thought it was something of that nature. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah. What do you want? That sort of thing. And went on to say, hey, if I were you, I would stop your little hobby. We're watching and monitoring your capitalist army and your little show that you have going on. They looked at my wife. Do you know that he has this little hobby of his? And my wife didn't say anything. So this asshole, basically there was one silent one, the other one doing all the goddamn talking. This son of a bitch actually gets one of the chips right there had chips and salsa, you know what I'm saying, while waiting for the damn meal. This son of a bitch takes a chip, dips it in the goddamn salsa and eats it, for Christ's sake, and tells me, "Oh, don't worry about it, we're following you," so on and so forth. So what this son of a bitch does, he takes a chip, dips it in the salsa, eats it, double dips, too. This son of a bitch double dipped the goddamn chip. I mean, this is a goddamn bureaucrat if I've ever seen one in my life. Now, this idiot didn't just, go away. I mean, they actually got a table within our line of sight, looking dead straight at us, all right? Now, of course, my wife is a little bit disturbed, to say the least, all right? And she goes right away for her cell phone and dials for the APD, the Austin Police Department. And believe it or not, an officer came in, and we told him the situation. We pointed the individuals out because, look, I mean, I didn't know if these were real authorities or whatever. I thought maybe there were troll stalkers. I mean, who the hell knows, for Christ's sake, right? So APD very kindly goes up to these gentlemen that are sitting in the goddamn restaurant. The restaurant's just kind of being cool about it. I mean, there was people there. They were just kind of looking out the side of their eye. You know what I mean? Side of their eye out here. They go up to these sons of bitches. I don't know what was said, but these guys were so cocky. They were even like mouthing off to the cops, showed them some documentation, and told them to get out of their face. Cop comes back up to us and says, look, I don't know if you're some kind of a terrorist or what, but these guys are Homeland Security. They've given me Homeland Security credentials, and they say that by going up to them, by me as a police officer going up to them, that I'm impeding on their federal investigation. So, I mean, the cop couldn't do a goddamn thing. So, without being said, me and the wife, we got the hell out of there as quick as we can, for Christ's sake. All right? And basically came home and, basically had a talk about the situation at hand because, once again, here we go. And look, I wasn't surprised when this happened. I mean, I'm not just doing this show. I want to be completely honest with you. I've said this, I believe, on the last broadcast this past Wednesday. And it's not an accident that yours truly over here knows so much information. All right? So anyway, I got home. Me and the wife discussed it. And look, I didn't have a show yesterday just basically because of that. So me and the wife discussed, the options. Because look, folks, at this point in time, these bastards are going to come up to me and, double dip a chip from my goddamn chips and salsa and try to threaten me, for Christ's sake, as if they own the joint. And these are Homeland Security bastards. I'm not stopping! I'm telling you that right now. Anyway, let's move on. We're going to talk about anything you want to talk about. All right, this is a Baller Friday free format edition. And let me tell you something. I am especially not going to be intimidated by some Homeland Security bureaucratic asshole who's going to double dip my goddamn chip. I want to see that scumbag. I want to leave the office and I want to see his face. I want to see that stupid bureaucratic face. I would have done something, folks. I swear to God, but my wife was right there, for Christ's sake. I didn't want her to see me in such a violent episode, for Christ's sake, but by God, I couldn't sleep last night. I wanted to punch this guy's face in, for Christ's sake, man. I wanted to knock his teeth out. I wanted to break his ribs, for Christ's sake, man. I want to punch him in the stomach. I want to repeatedly punch him in the stomach, and I want to hear him gasp for air. I want to hear him gasp for air, for Christ's sake. I want to see. I just can't wait to see that bastard's face. I can't wait. You don't even understand. You don't even understand. God damn it. I hope that son of a bitch is listening too. I don't care how he's listening. I hope he's goddamn listening. Here, hold on. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Hey, you scumbag. If you're goddamn listening, I'm talking to the asshole that confronted me and my wife yesterday, Homeland Security bastard. If you're listening, and you're listening right now, you meet me after I do this show. You meet me on my walk to my freaking apartment. You in my condo. You freak me out there. You meet me. I want to see your face. I challenge you to go out there. I want to see your stupid, stinking, sniveling, bureaucratic, double-dipping face. I want to see your face. All right? If you're listening, go meet me out there. Go meet me out there. I'm not joking. You better be listening. You think I'm intimidated, for Christ's sake? I don't care. You meet me out there, mano a mano, you son of a bitch. All right? Don't bring your goddamn weapons. Don't bring nothing. I want to smash your face. Your face. I want to smash your face for besmirching my manhood. Nobody does that. Do you understand that? Nobody does that and doesn't get a trip to the hospital. Nobody does that to me and doesn't leave on a stretcher. Nobody does that to me. I don't care if you're goddamn Homeland Security, you son of a bitch. Nobody. Nobody does that. I'm not joking. If you're listening to me, you son of a bitch, you meet me out there. You meet me out in the streets of Austin. You see me. You look me in my face. I dare you, goddammit, I goddamn dare you. I dare you. I want you to. I want you to. I'm challenging you to. I dare you to. I dare you to. Nobody does that to me, man. I'm telling you, I'm not joking, folks. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Nobody does that to me and doesn't get a trip to the hospital. Nobody does that to me, man. Nobody does that to me. I gotta calm down. I gotta calm down, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, folks. I'm sorry, man. I just can't let this go, man. I can't let it go. I can't let it go. I mean, you don't besmirch a man's manhood, man. I'm telling you this right goddamn now. You don't besmirch a man's manhood. Oh, God, my freaking chest is hurting, but I don't care. I don't care. Oh, my God, my heart. We need more bullying in schools. I'm sorry. I'm tired of pussification being produced out here in these new males that are happening in this country. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And look, I'm not trying to say that I wasn't bullying or I wasn't bullied myself. I mean, I was bullied. I mean, let me tell you a story, all right? I was bullied, all right? I was bullied by some kids because, I had nice stuff at the time when I was like a teenager. I had a lot of nice shoes, I looked, I guess better than most of these kids that were out here at the school at the time. It was a long time ago. And let me tell you something. I was bullied myself, all right? I was bullied myself. And, I went to my parents and was like, oh, these guys are making fun of me and they're pushing me around or slapping me around or kicking my ass and all this crap, right? And you know what my dad said? I'll tell you what my dad said. He said, stop being a crybaby and go over there and kick their ass, all right? So, you know what I did? I had to take it upon myself to figure out what is it going to take for this dumbass bully to leave me alone. And this is a dangerous bully, folks. This wasn't just some guy, slapping me in the back of the head, putting kick me please signs and kicking my derriere. No. This was a hardcore thugger. Well, when I mean thugger back then, it was one of these guys that carried a freaking knife. He would fight with a belt. You know what I mean? Like he'd take off his belt and start, whipping you with the belt buckle and so on and so forth, right? So I knew that. I knew that if I was going to stand up to him, he'll pull out a knife. You know what I mean? He'll potentially maybe pull out a belt or something. So what I did was this, all right? Now, look, when I say this, I'm not advising anybody to do this. I'm not advising anybody to do anything like this. But I wasn't going. I'm a man. At that point, when this asshole, was like trying to scare me and pull a knife on me, I wasn't going to take it. I wasn't going to take it. So what I did one day, I knew that these assholes were going to come at me. Well, this one guy and his little crew there, they were going to come at me after school. Okay? They were going to come at me after school, walked home after school. So what I did is when I would go home, I got some cans of soda pop. All right, when I was coming to school, because I knew that these sons of bitches were going to, they were going to kick my ass or at least intimidate me or bully me. Right? I took a pillowcase from the house and put it in my little sack, and put a lot of sodas in the sack. Kept them in my locker until the end of the day. The end of the day came around. I got those soda pops, all right, and I put them in the goddamn pillowcase. I love this story. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm walking with these two sacks, okay, and this guy comes up to me, you know what I'm saying, once again with his boy. And before he even said anything, before he even made a move, I took the pillowcase with the soda pops and started beating his fucking face. Oh, man. Let me tell you something. I hit him about 2 or 3 times, and he fell like a freaking rock, all right? His boys were right there in complete shock. They were in complete shock that I even pulled off something so literally, like, shocking, all right? Anyway, the guy's literally on the floor. He's bleeding, His boys are like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? I can't believe, I'm going to tell, and all this crap, all right? So what I did is I just ran home, all right? I threw the bloody cans away in the goddamn pillowcase in like one neighborhood's freaking trash can, all right? And literally went home and like sat in my room, and I was a little scared, to say the least, all right? I'm a little scared, all right, because I thought I was going to get into some trouble, all right? But the next day at school, that son of a bitch never touched me again. Never bothered me again. And not only did he never bother me again, nobody in that school ever bothered me again. Ever. And the cool part about that bully is that he didn't tell anybody. He didn't go tell the teacher. I mean, this was outside of school. This was after school. He didn't tell anybody. I think, the only people that literally saw it were like the group of kids that were around that literally saw me like, boom, just pounding his head. And look, I wasn't trying to kill the guy, all right? I mean, I was just trying to incapacitate him and knock him out and prove a point, all right? Now, people are saying that's pretty harsh, Ghost, on Twitter. I can't believe that's pretty violent. Hey, man, I'm not going to sit over here and be bullied, all right? I'm not going to sit here and be bullied. All right? I mean, I'm not a chump, man. I learned back then, I think I was about maybe 13 years old. I think I was about 13, maybe about 14 years old when this happened. And let me tell you, after that, nobody ever messed with me again. You know what I'm saying? Nobody messed with me. Nobody wanted. Nobody. Everybody got out of my way. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, what I'm saying is I believe that there needs to be more bullies of this nature so that males, they can either do one of two things. They can be the bully or the bullied. And two things happens to both. They both eventually get their asses kicked or they kick ass. Okay? Bullies, they usually get their asses kicked, and they get their asses kicked bad, and then they stop bullying real quick. Okay? People that are bullied, they finally fight back and kick a bully's ass, and they get the confidence to realize that they don't have to be bitch slapped around like a bunch of pussies anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, one more thing before I move on to regular graffiti. always remember that there is no such thing as a fair fight, okay? I hate when people say, oh, you're not fighting fair. That's not fair. You're not fighting fair. There is no goddamn, there's no such thing as a fair fight, man. All right? There's no such thing as a fair fight, especially if you're being bullied. If you're being bullied and everybody knows you're being bullied by a guy, and then you beat the living bejesus out of him, no, I mean, people are going to be like, well, hey, you bullied the kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you've got that leverage. If you're being bullied and you beat the crap out of a bully, people are going to be like, well, you're a hero.
720 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, it's not tub guy, sink guy, or toilet guy, but it is toilet guy, actually. But I just want to say, if you don't stop abusing your cans, I'm going to stream myself on 4chan with your autograph. Oh, my.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Toilet guy now, is that it? Toilet guy? Are you the kind of guy that, like, peeks through people, when people are in the public shit stall between those cracks? Are you that guy? Have you seen those people? They do. That's why I don't bother going into public restrooms anymore. Because, if you're going to pinch a loaf and you're in one of those shit stalls, there's people that legitimately go and look in the crack like, hey, let me see you taking a crap. Oh, yeah. I'm not even kidding. And if it isn't that, I don't know if y'all remember the story that happened about 2 years ago during Christmas time. I think it was around Christmas time. It was a little after Christmas time, maybe after Christmas time. I was at the shopping mall looking for something for Mrs. Ghost, right? And unfortunately, because I guess I had too much to drink, not alcohol, but like beverages and water and stuff, I had to go drain the main vein. So I go into the department store public bathroom, and there's a line of stalls, and then there's like a line of like urinals, right? So I go, and there's like 5 or 6 urinals. So I go to the one at the very end, okay? So I'm sitting there, I'm taking a leak. Some guy comes in and purposely, for whatever reason, chooses the urinal right next to mine. I mean, there's literally like 5 urinals that he could take. He chooses the one right next to mine, and while I'm sitting there, draining the main vein, just relieving the 15.5-inch John Holmes sausage over here, this son of a bitch is straight up looking at my prick. I mean, I could see him in my periphery. He's like looking down at my prick, and it's making me feel a little uneasy and a little nervous. So what I do is like, okay, I try to force the piss out even faster, and this guy would just not stop looking. So, I mean, I wanted to get out of there. So, I mean, I was like halfway or at least almost done pissing, and once I thought I was done, I started giving it the shake, the piss shake and shit, and I started turning to kind of, put my wiener in my pants and leave, and I guess when I was doing the shake there, I guess some kind of a droplet of piss went into this man's eye. He shouldn't have been looking at my prick to begin with, but apparently like a drop or two of piss went into his eye, and this fucking guy flips out and says, oh, God, you pissed in my eye! You pissed in my eye! And, dude, I'm freaking out in the bathroom, so I just beeline it the fuck out of there. No hand washing, nothing, and I'm trying to look for the exit. Luckily for me, I parked in the parking lot of this department store, so I was getting the fuck out, trying to get out of the store while I'm trying to do like a speed walk. While I'm trying to, do a speed walk out of the store, this fucking guy is following me, yelling, "Stop him! He pissed in my eye! He pissed in my eye! Stop him!" And that was the last time I ever used a public bathroom ever again. I will never use another public bathroom ever fucking again after that. I am not fucking kidding. And luckily, I got the hell out of there. People were like looking. I mean, this guy was causing a ruckus. I mean, obviously there was like undercover security that were looking at themselves saying, I don't know, what were we supposed to do? Are we supposed to stop this guy? This guy's claiming that he pissed in his eye. Anyway, luckily I got away and nothing happened. Got away. I didn't do anything. This fucking guy, first of all, went to the urinal right next to mine. He's looking at my cock, making me feel uneasy. All right, I'm trying to rush out of there. I'm trying to give my piss I'm trying to give my penis the shake. And this idiot gets a couple of fucking drops of piss in his eye, and it's my fucking fault. It's my fault. Anyway, can we get back to Radio Graffiti? All right, I'm sorry. I had to tell that story, dude. 775-799-9180 is the number. How about
Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Now, folks, I want to extend my sincerest apologies for not having a show yesterday. Unfortunately, Mrs. Ghost got herself into a car accident, and let me tell you something. I am emotionally drained after all this ordeal. First and foremost, folks, okay, Mrs. Ghost is okay. All right, nothing happened to her. I think she was just a little shaken up. But what's really upsetting, folks, is that, whenever you think, and you capitalists, you need to take note of this, okay? Whenever you think everything's going great, nothing can happen, everything's going gravy, you got all your ducks in order, everything's going fine, some unexpected monetary expense just comes out of nowhere. Now, let me explain something, all right? First and foremost, Mrs. Ghost, all right, is a very, very kind-hearted woman. She likes life and animals and that sort of thing. So what happened was, folks, is that Mrs. Ghost was driving down the street. She was going to run some errands for us and our family here. And lo and behold, folks, there was a squirrel in the middle of the road. A squirrel, like right there in the middle of the road, and Mrs. Ghost literally broke and, kind of swerved into, like, kind of a side area where there was some railing to some capacity. I guess there was some kind of little ditch or something, so there was some railing there. And as a result, the whole goddamn right fender side and the tail light, I think there's some internal damage, for Christ's sake. Anyway, the bottom line is this. Mrs. Ghost is okay, and that's first and foremost. I mean, thank God. I mean, when I heard that she was in an accident, I was really upset. I was like, no! But then when I got to the scene and I realized Mrs. Ghost was okay, and then when I heard that she was trying to avoid a goddamn squirrel in the middle of the road, I was like, oh, okay, as a man, you got to be cool, you got to be calm and collected. You're like, man, it's my wife, she's kind, she's a kind-hearted woman, that sort of thing. And then, folks, today, I got a foreign car, folks. Okay, let me be honest with you. I'm a capitalist. All right, I got a nice foreign car, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm talking about? All right, nice German car. Let's just put it at that. And I send the damn car to the shop, right? And I'm expecting, whatever the damage is, whatever. And this damn squirrel, okay? Jesus Christ. Just some fender damage. What I looked at looked like some fender damage, maybe a headlight, maybe, I don't know, I didn't see anything leaking. I don't know what the hell happened. $5,000 fucking dollars! Damn it! $5,000, man! Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, good God. You tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. Oh, my God. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Look, I'm going to completely be honest with you, all right? When I heard that this damn thing was going to cost me $5,000 today, I decided to go take a trip where the accident was, and I swear to God, I tried to locate, if it wasn't the squirrel, I was going to try to find a squirrel, all right? Because I was going to get it and kill it and make a hat out of the son of a bitch so I could sell on ghost stock market, because that son of a bitch cost me $5,000 fucking dollars. Oh my God! You don't even understand, folks. I mean, that's that's what you get. Also, this is what I get. This is what I get for getting a foreign car. You know, give me the mic. Give me the mic. You know, this is what I get also for getting some badass foreign car, some German car. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I mean, you know, thinking it's some badass, status symbol. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, I appreciate cars. I like nice cars. Let's put it that way. I mean, if you're a man, you gotta have you like nice cars. And anyway, folks, that's the story with Mrs. Ghost. She's fine. She was just a little shaken up. She's gonna cost me $5,000. Look, I'm not blaming Mrs. Ghost. I blame the damn squirrel. Okay, Mrs. Ghost has got a sweetheart. All right.
Before I get to the donations, I do want to let everybody know why I did not show up this week. Now, on Tuesday, we had some family come in because they were trying to beat the whole, I don't know, what do you call this, blizzard bomb that's going on all across the country. They came here early, and luckily they did, because I hear there's all kinds of airline travel problems going on. So we had family come in early. Now, I thought it was going to be a good Christmas. You know, you had the family come in, and dude, let me tell you, and everybody out there knows, at least in the inner circle knows this already, I had an unfortunate family incident right at like Tuesday evening, right before I was about to do the damn broadcast. Had all the family here, and then for whatever reason, one of the, I guess, youngins, I mean, he is 18 years of age, thought it was an ample opportunity to just go ahead and announce to everybody in the family that he is a homosexual. That's right. I'm not joking around. We had somebody that came in that was in my home, all right, that took it upon himself to say he is a homosexual. And folks, his parents acted as though a chaplain came to the home and said that their son was dead. I mean, it was just screaming like, oh my God. I mean, it was just family drama. And folks, I'm the elder of the family. So these two, mother and father of this kid, were looking to me to do something. And to be completely honest with you, I mean, if it was my kid, I would have kicked him out in the street. I mean, no offense. I mean, not because he's gay, but why the hell use this as an opportunity to, Christmas Eve where the family's getting together? Why in the hell would you use this up as an opportunity to do this now? So anyway, what ended up happening is that, I'm having to deal with this dumb family garbage on the fly, and I tried to analyze this as an elder, right? I was like, the reason that I went off on Tuesday is because I had a young man who's a part of my family, extended family, of course, used the opportunity of Christmas, well, actually the Christmas get-together, he did it on Tuesday, the announcement that he was a homosexual, and I had to be like the elder to try to kind of smooth things over. So I had to talk to the parents, and literally I was talking to the parents for like 3 hours. I mean, I was trying to give them alcohol, hopefully that it would kind of mellow them out. It only got things worse. I mean, they were saying, Ghost, this is my son, I mean, how do you think we're supposed to feel? I mean, we raised him and all this shit, right? And I'm like, look, all right, regardless of what he said today, oh, Jesus.
He turns his fam trans.
Fuck off, dude. I knew you idiots were going to say some shit like that. I knew you idiots were going to say some shit like that, all right? Anyway, as I was stating, I was trying to, talk to the parents, and I gave them some, like, booze to try to smooth it over, try to give that. It didn't work. So here I am in my own house, going from room to room, talking to the parents, and then talking to the kid. And I asked the kid, what's your problem? I mean, why exactly did you announce this now? I mean, this is a decent kid. And that's what I was trying to tell the parents. That this is a decent kid. He's never gotten in any trouble. He's never done anything that's out of the ordinary. As a matter of fact, I always thought he was gay to begin with. I thought that it was one of those unspoken family things, because he was a little, he was a little fruity, all along. I thought it was one of those unspoken type of deals that, okay, he's he looks like he's playing for the pink team, so we're just going to go ahead and pretend that we all know, but not going to say anything, whatever. Anyway, I told this kid, why did you say this now? I mean, why did you use this as an opportunity? He's got a scholarship to go to a college next year. I asked him, why the hell did you wait till then? Why didn't you wait till then? I told him that, look, if you go to college, you could throw your Grindr app on. I said, do you have the Grindr app? He said, no, I don't. I said, give me your phone. He didn't want to give me his phone. Okay, he didn't want to give me his phone. So I said, look, you can Grindr app your ass all day long at college, and none of us would have known a thing. None of us would have known a thing. Why exactly did you use this as an opportunity to do this amongst the family? And this fucking kid goes, you don't understand, Ghost. I want to make sure that everybody knows who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. And I hope that maybe this time next year, or hopefully Christmases of the future, that I could bring my boyfriend. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? But anyway, look, I tried to tell the parents that, look, this is a good kid. He's going to go to college. He's 18 years old. I was trying to tell these parents that, look, okay, he's a homosexual, but he's a good kid. He's never gotten any trouble. He's about to be out of the house. You know, he's going to college. I mean, you know, what's the problem? And, you know, they started to kind of describe what was on their mind. They were like, Ghost, but... They said, Ghost, my son is actually putting his penis in some other boy's asshole. And I said, I think it's the other way around. And, dude, they bust out into, like, crying, like, oh, he's gonna get AIDS. He's gonna get AIDS. And I'm like, dude, calm down, for heaven's sake. Calm down. And I had to deal with that all Tuesday evening. I had to send these fucking people to a hotel for a day and said, look, I've said my piece. All right, you know, you have to deal with this on your own. We've got other family here that doesn't need to be pulled in to this drama. So they stayed at a hotel on Wednesday, and apparently everything was okay. So they came back Thursday, and everybody's here in the main house, and everybody's about to, you know, kind of crash out because we have kids over here, and, you know, Santa Claus is coming and all that stuff. So anyway, that's what I was dealing with throughout the week. I had one of these coming out situations at my family event here when it comes to Christmas. So I hope that you guys are, you know, I think some of you memed this into reality, if you want my opinion. All right, I think that some of you people willed this, you memed this, and damn all of you that did it, all right? Because that ruined my Christmas, for Christ's sake. My Christmas smells like butt crack now because you people meme this shit into reality, and I don't appreciate this crap. Anyway, that's what I was dealing with.
Let's take some goddamn callers, shall we? We got 757. What's up? Taco Tuesday.
I have a confession to make.
Oh, you got a confession? Well, let's hear your confession.
Well, this was about a month ago, and I went to McDonald's because I didn't have a lot of money at the time, but I met this cashier there, and she was kind of like I know how you feel about the mentally handicapped, but she was sort of like a high-functioning, kind of sexy, like, you know, mentally retarded female. She had like the thick glasses, acne, like the greasy blonde hair. So at this point I was getting, you know,
Wait, hold on. Whoa, wait just a second. Are you telling me that you're actually, you actually, you know, pulled something off with this retarded cashier at McDonald's? This is what you're insinuating here? Is this what you're getting to?
Yes.
So, well, I mean, where did you take her? To Jungle Gym? I mean, I don't get it. Where did you take her?
Well, anyway, we were done talking, so I asked her for a number, and she gave it to me. I'm not really sure.
She's got a number? What retards got cell phones? They got iPads now, iPods? What's going on with this crap?
I told you she was, like, high-functioning. So I guess she's, like, more intelligent than the average. I think she was, like, slightly autistic, basically. But anyway,
well, she's not retarded. Wait a minute. Hold on. If she can dial a phone and you know, she can, you know, make these types of judgments, I mean, don't you think that she's not possibly a tard?
She had, like, the mongoloid-like facial features.
Oh, she had a mongoloid facial feature? Is that what you're saying?
Like the eyes and the flushed face and such.
But she was high-functioning, you said?
Yeah, she was, like, flipping burgers.
All right, well, continue going. Let's continue going with the date. You know, give us the scene. All right, you're at Chuck E. Cheese, and go ahead.
So I don't think she really understood the dynamics of like the a Transformers movie or something. So after that, we drove out to like this remote location in Virginia. So we drove out there, and things were getting kind of hot. I was like feeling up on it a little bit, and at this point, I was wearing like these tight pants. I unzipped them and kind of see my stuff. But anyway, I got her hand. She was like somewhat reluctant, but I got her.
Wait. So at this point, you're feeling up on retarded vagina.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying to me? You're feeling up on retarded
No,
vagina?
like I guided her hand. Like I never felt her.
No, I'm curious here. There's a lot of people interested right now in the chat room. So, you're putting her hand on your private area and you're feeling on retarded vagina. Go ahead.
So, anyway, she started to kind of grab me. So I forced her head down, but her lips were kind of sealed like really tightly. So at this point I was kind of afraid, she might like kind of freak out and bite me or something. So I was just kind of like grinding on her face, holding her face down. Anyway, I
wait.
on her neck.
Whoa.
So I lifted her head up.
You're grinding on a retard's face. Is that what you're saying? So you're like giving her the old Dutch oven, but in the car.
Yeah. So anyway, so at this point, I came on her neck, and when her head came up, I saw that she was crying. I was kind of like, oh shit. So I wiped the stuff off her face, put a tissue, and I was looking forward, and suddenly like these vehicle lights came on. And there was this dirt road behind us as we were parked, and it's this pickup truck. When I picked it up, I saw it had been at like the front of her house, so it was her dad. And at this point, I guess he was pretty pissed.
So is her dad retarded, or did he just take a lot of drugs or something, or did
I never met him, but I guess he'd be kind of fun.
So you kicked her out of the car and just left her there, rosy cheeked.
Yeah, pretty much. So I let her out of the car.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let her out of the car, and as she's getting out, I could see like the headlight of the pickup truck, and the dome light kind of made you see this streak of my jizz on like her blouse, and you could see it kind of like glisten in the light. So I got kind of nervous at that, and I just sort of pulled off, like left them in the dust. So I'm putting some distance between them and like between me and the road, and I see this truck pull out of the highway.
Okay. So what I'm going to ask you is, did you call her back?
No.
So you mean to tell me that, you did the old Dutch oven to a tard, all right? Grinded her face, all right? Basically left her face buttered. And then never called her back? Is that the story you're saying here?
Pretty much. But
you sick son of a bitch. Get him off, for Christ's sake.
Now, for everybody out there, and by the way, I don't have too many donos, okay? I'm going to name everybody whose name is on there. I'm not accepting any tonight because tonight is a very, interesting show. Now, first and foremost, let me give you my reasoning for being gone for over a month, all right? And if you hear something in the background, I'm going to get to that in just a second. But I've been gone for over a month because, unfortunately, yours truly lost a very dear friend, very dramatically. I don't even feel like talking about it, unfortunately. It makes me choked up a little bit. But Templeton, unfortunately, is no longer with us, and it was a very dramatic way that Templeton was taken from us. Literally, from one day to the next, he was gone. I mean, perfectly fine dog. Did our routines, took him out to do his business. He took a poop. Everything looked great. And then right afterwards, he was supposed to, have his, lunch, and he just did not want to touch his food. And when he didn't touch his food, that kind of concerned me a little bit. And then later on that evening, the Templeton started vomiting, and he couldn't keep anything down. And, very, very unfortunate situation to the point where, he started, not being able to stand on his own. He was trembling, and it was a very horrifying situation to witness. And me and Mrs. Ghost, early in the morning, like at 5 in the morning, went to an animal hospital in hopes of trying to save Templeton. And unfortunately, according to the tests and x-rays and all the things that were conducted on old Templeton, Templeton unfortunately had cancer, unbeknownst to anybody, even though we have him checked all the time. But unfortunately, Templeton died of cancer. He had a mass within his stomach, and he, Jesus Christ, just thinking about it makes me a little choked up. They had him in a little, like, incubator type of a kennel, and he was attached to a IV in hopes of trying to get him some kind of nourishment in some capacity. And when me and Mrs. Ghost went to see him, it's just one of the saddest things I've ever had to witness in my life. Templeton, you could tell he was dying. You could just see it in his eyes. It was just, he was laying down on his side, and he just looked horrible. And when he saw me and Mrs. Ghost, you know, he pulled everything within his soul, within his living little dog body to stand up for us. And there was, you know, a little crevice so that you could put your hand in these little, you know, kennel incubators. And, you know, me and Mrs. Ghost petted him, and we told him how much we loved him. And right after that, he collapsed and died. And one of the worst things I've ever had to experience in my life. You know, I've had dogs in the past, you know, and we all know that whenever we have a dog, we're buying a tragedy, you know. I mean, as sad as that sounds, but typically you have a time-referenced window of how long a dog is going to be alive, you know. You know, your dog's like over, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years old. You know, at any point, you know, it's going to be a debilitating situation, and at any point the dog could... Templeton was nowhere near 10 years old. And he wasn't a breed that, you know, lives to be only, you know, 6 or 7 years old either. And it was a very sad situation, dude. I don't even want to talk about it, man. I'm just letting y'all know. It's taken me a while to, you know, to be able to come on here, because I know a lot of people are probably going to troll me about it and, you know, say that my dog is now Korean, on the Korean meat market, or, you know, they're being fed to Chinese or whatever. I'm just speculating the type of trolling that'll happen because of this unfortunate incident that happened in my life, and I wasn't ready for that. And unfortunately, I was, you know, I had to deal with it on my own, dude. I unfortunately, I've been hitting the bottle, all right? I've been, you know, hitting a lot of beer, all right? I've got beer right now next to me. I've let myself go throughout this whole month. I look like a complete slob. You know, I've been, you know, a little, it was something that I have never felt in my life. There's a gaping pain in my chest right now that it just won't go away after Templeton's passing, you know? And after Templeton had passed away, me and Mrs. Ghost were just, you know, really hurt by the silence. You know, we're not used to hearing a silent home. We're used to hearing his little tapping, you know, paws, and we're used to, you know, hearing him, you know, getting into his toy. You know, I mean, he was a part of our lives, and the quietness, you know, the lack of hearing Templeton is just, it was painful. So, you know, it took a little bit for me to, like, get over the fact that Templeton was gone, and I finally rationalized it in myself that I could not bear listening to a silent home when it's just me and Mrs. Ghost. So I finally found and mustered enough inside of me to go and try to purchase another dog. And me and Mrs. Ghost just purchased another dog about a few days ago, as a matter of fact. Mrs. Ghost is tending to it right now in another room, but I named the new dog Pinochet. named the dog Pinochet, especially during these pro-communist, liberal, institutionalist, globalist times. But this, it's helped. And how I justify getting another dog right after losing Templeton was the fact that me and Mrs. Ghost gave Templeton a lot of love. A lot of love, and it's just, because there's so many dogs out here that are just neglected and, they're just thrown away. I mean, especially during this COVID-19 nonsense, you got a lot of people just getting dogs because they're isolated in their homes and not knowing that, having a dog is a lifelong situation as it pertains to the dog. They're just neglecting them, throwing them out in the streets and whatnot. And, anyway, I got another dog, and Templeton is still with us, believe it or not. Templeton was cremated, and we got him a beautiful urn, and he's actually right over there. He's always watching me, always there, and I love you, Templeton, wherever you are, dog heaven or wherever. You were a great dog, and I appreciate all the happiness and all the joy you brought into my life, and I hope you're rewarded somewhere in the afterlife. But anyway, sorry about that. I don't want to get too sentimental about that stuff.